Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Crusader Kings 2. You're watching my Wales campaign. Last episode we were pushing our claims that we had finally gotten through marriages on the southern England, and we're going to be working our way up until we can usurp the crown, and then that should make all of the remaining dukes independent, and we will be able to attack each of them in turn to continue to absorb their lands. Currently, let's see. I noticed that I have some rebels here in Denmark, and I missed that completely. So I'm going to raise levies here and try to take care of that. Well, that does not seem like it's going to be enough. That's enough. Alright. Let's just have them convene. It's going to take him a little bit of time to get over there, but I'm not too worried about it. Now, I have 16 weak claims, and I'm only really concerned about the ones that I can press against England at the moment. And I do have one for the Duchy of Hereford, and that is for Count Alfred of Valladolid, and he has a son that is Gwynthig, so we're going to wait for him to pass, and we're going to be able to press his son's claim. Let's see, her heir would then have Valladolid and the Duchy of Hereford, but that's okay. I am not upset at that. Let's look at how the war for England is going. It's 79% in favor of King Edward of Scotland, so we should be getting a new king very soon, which will allow us to press a claim for Hereford, especially if I kill off my the noble who has that claim. But I might just let that happen through natural old age. He's not a young man, I should say. I do have a granddaughter with fairly good learning, and she was married to a noble in the Kingdom of Hungary, and I'm going to ask her to come back because I could use her to, I don't know, marry one of my relatives. I can take this Duchy of Gloucester if I so choose, but I'm not going to do that. So let's just get this started here. And I've been thinking about it. Oh, someone died. Okay, so she's back. Sigurd Gwynthig has died, and he was an imbecile, so I'm not too worried about that. Edhild Gwynthig died. That leaves this child an orphan. That is sad. I don't know who's caring for him right now, but I hope we have, ample space. I was thinking about the Golden Horde, and if they invade me for, Perm, whether or not I would give in, because this land is kind of worthless. I would definitely try to knock down some of their army, but I'm not trying to lose a lot of my levies and weaken my position against the Golden Horde. That is not an acceptable thing to happen for me. So I'm going to slow it down just to 3 speed right now. And Tegonwi Apiago, so my grandson. Wow, so this is my great-grandson. I don't know if I've had great-grandsons before. So what are his stats? He's good learning. We'll try to get him a good learning education. Look at Christina, you genius, you. Maybe I'll make him a diplomat, or try to at least. I could use someone with a diplomatic skill like that. I really hope that Gwyrgant dies soon. I really don't want to play as a possessed character. But it looks like his brother, oh, well, he's landed, so he'll have, the AI will have him married. And what a choice they made, a homosexual, lustful character, so. At least it's, I guess it balances out to plus 5% fertility. Because they just still gotta have it, I guess. Let's see if we have any other... Okay, so we have her back in our court. How are our levies? Oh, looks like the rebels are gone. So someone took care of them. So that's fine with me. And I'm not too concerned about this army. I've got so many troops, it doesn't, 800 or so will not really hurt me. So what is Adeline Gwynthig doing? Adelind. Will she accept a marriage? She can still have some children. I don't have anybody for her to marry. What if I invited her to court? Nope. She'll be a spinster. That line went nowhere. Okay, let's check our council. Let's get them researching military tech and economy technology. I really would like to be able to start building some castle cities. Alright, Public of Wales is of legal age and is going to be marrying Duchess Juliana of Lancaster. So we'll make sure that we click yes, because she'll want a matrilineal marriage, but we're not going to give it to her. My trusted and devoted chamberlain just brought to my attention that one of my serving maids has given birth to a child. According to him, my son is the father. That's my boy. Prince Public of Wales gets the lustful trait. I will let him get the lustful trait. I want as many children having that claim as possible. Alright. Right before he gets there, he becomes lustful. So I hope you can handle it, Duchess, because he's coming for you. There's more jokes that I could make, but I'm going to resist. I'm going to resist. But he's not. He's not. Alright. Yeah, we need our castle cities. Let's go ahead and hit these smaller buildings. We need to put our money to good use. What the use is having it if you don't spend it? I wouldn't know. Let's see, my daughter. We're going to educate her with Christina. And typhus is broken out in Anti-Atlas. Poor Anti-Atlasinians? I don't know. Okay. Let's... Whoa, look at this! Our cap is 33,000. Oh my. Alright, I want to get at least 1,000 knights. Heavy knights. Whoa, okay. And now, these heavies. 3. We need some archers. And more. Okay, our retinue is going to be just monstrous. I don't even know if it's going to be able to be in most of our counties. Yes. Alright, it's not that big yet, but it's getting there. I'm very proud of the retinue that we are going to have. If you have not seen... What is this? A message about ask to embargo has been received from Gotzello von Naumburg. Okay. If you're asking me to embargo Genoa, don't worry about it. I will. Interesting. So Munster has continued. Now Genoa is in the north here. Munster is here. And I think Venice has actually pushed in a little bit. Alright. Now we could possibly... Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. To the magnificent King Goranwi I. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. The insidious Genoese traitors must be expelled from your lands. Who is this coming from? Grandmere Ocozello I of Benevento. If you agree to declare an embargo war on Serene Doge Cesare II of Genoa, we will not only join the war on your side, but also present you with 200 gold. Whoa! Incredible. Should we fail, Benevento will pay any war reparations. So Benevento wants me. Benevento's over here. They are a subject of the Holy Roman Empire. I don't know if the Holy Roman Empire can help us at all. But if we look at our map of the trade zones, we have, it's a number of territories that have Genoese traders in them. And it looks like they've been expelled from the French lands, so they're not as powerful as they used to be. Look at that monthly balance. It's only 100. It's only 100 a month. It was 200 at one point. So I would not mind seeing them reduced, and I might consider transferring some of this money that I have into Munster's hands, so that they can continue to expand their trade zones. So I will accept this, and we can call in the King of Scotland. So yes. We can't call in the HRE, most likely because of the, let's see, because they are, Benevento is a vassal of the HRE, so it's a vassal war, unfortunately. But let's get our troops together and start besieging these territories, or besieging these trade posts at the very least. And then we'll react to any armies that land. Okay. Does this have a trade post in it? It does, but it looks like I have to actually go into their the Genoese territories. Well, look at this. There's a war going on in Marrakesh. You guys are wasting my levies. I don't know where to begin. I will begin by disbanding some of these troops over here because I do not want I don't want to deal with them. So you're actually besieging a Genoese trading post. Whose trading post is here, might I ask? It is also a Genoese trading post, but it looks like I'm not besieging it. When this one clearly is. I don't know. Who else is over here? Okay, so that's Munster. All these are Munster. Alright. I'm going to just disband this here. And we will disband Denmark's forces as well. I don't need them. Oh, they should give me money. Let's see, 4,000 troops. Is that... Let's see, we have... 10,000. Oh, okay, and then the 17, those are there. Okay, so this, we'll move those. all into Wales. This is going to be easier. Deselect you, and we'll deselect you as well. Everyone, please go there. I'll let my retinue get up to power. I have 22,000 troops. I wonder if I get to any of this money for embargoing. Offer peace. Enforce demand. Serene Doge Cesare of Genoa. Goranwi the first. Embargo Serene Doge and gain 785 gold. And we'll get the 200, I'm assuming. So, let's get this started. I definitely am looking forward to this because Genoa did it to me. So it's time for them to get their just desserts. I don't know why we're not besieging these. See, they were besieging one there. We're actually gonna just finish that siege up. Meet all of it. I'll have everyone meet north. Oh, I see. It tells you right here. No? Oh, I'm not understanding this. I apologize. I apologize. I'm not understanding it at all. But let's get all of our troops together. We're actually going to not even worry about transporting them by ship. I do not have that luxury with these territories, unfortunately. So we need about 100 ships here. Should not be a problem, given all of the islands. Okay, yeah, there's 15. 150. So this contingent will move, and we're just gonna land them in Aquitaine and traipse them across the countryside. Let's go pick up our other army. Yes, they're upset. We're already at 16%. Okay, I'm going to disband you. And I'm just kind of waiting to see what Genoa will throw at me. I mean, really, if I wanted to, I'll just put these guys in charge for the time being. And go through to Tarudant. Okay. We'll bring our reinforcements down and march into Genoa. To Genoese territory. They should be surprised to find 22,000 men in their territories. And I should be able to transport these 12,000 men. Victory. The Battle of Agadir? Yes. Oh! Pope Nicholas III has excommunicated King Goranwi the First of Wales. Incredible. At the behest of the King Matthew of England. I should not be surprised. He has been taking a lot of abuse. And the Pope does not like me very much. He will not lift my excommunication. So I am going to declare I'm going to issue a declaration of repentance. It's going to cost me money, but it's worth it to me to get the excommunication lifted as soon as possible, because I do not want any other Christian rulers attacking me for any reason. The Holy Father has agreed to lift the excommunication against me. Glory to God. I will lose 500 gold, and the Pope will like me a little bit more. And I believe I will not be able to be excommunicated for a bit of time, so... Matthew of England, I hope you enjoyed spending your piety on that, because it didn't get you far. Okay, let's bring our fleet around. We are going to sell this contingent across. And Genoese territories have not been built up very much, so that is to our advantage. Just King Goranwi laughs. Whoa! It has been brought to your attention that the large garden outside your castle is frankly a mess. Last week, one of your courtiers got lost in that wilderness, and the man did not emerge for 2 days. Tackling this garden problem head-on could be an excellent project, with which to improve your stewardship. It's time to stretch those green fingers. Yeah. Okay, my liege, I wish to intercede on behalf of one of your prisoners, Duke Esteban III of Beja. Surely a show of mercy would please all your vassals? You know what? He should be happy that I do not revoke his title. The Duchy of Beja. Oh, I could not. I cannot revoke his title. Should I release him? I don't think so. Although his heir is going to get Beja and the Duchy of Marrakesh, which is not the greatest thing. Everyone's outraged by the succession law change, but oh well. It had to be done. Very well. Absolutely not. How about you join him? Count Oldon of Alto Aragon. He likes me a lot. Let's see. Let's look at Duke Esteban one more time. He has no diplomatic skills because he's in jail, and he's excommunicated. And he hates me because of the succession law change, and because I'm a foreigner, and because of high crown authority. This is an interesting predicament. Do I let him go, or do I keep him in jail? Well, let's look at our traits. Zealous, arbitrary, greedy, honest, proud, and kind. So, I'm thinking that my arbitrary ways will tell me absolutely not. He must stay in prison. He didn't do anything to me, but he was in there for a reason. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and put our continue our invasion of Genoa. Okay, and we'll transport. Oh, we can't transport our troops because that's too loud. I mean, the dogs are too loud. That is too big for transport on that particular ship. Alright, assaulting more Genoese lands. Together with your gardeners, you have redesigned your castle into a garden, into a more manageable form. Your castle garden into a more manageable form. You have organized the digging of a small canal system to keep your plants watered, the weeds have been removed, and the hedge maze now actually has an exit. The skeletal remains strewn about the maze's dead ends have also been cleared out. Hard but rewarding work. I have learned much. And I become a gardener. +2 to my stewardship. Alright. Well, let's continue. Let's improve our learning. Okay. Ah, yes. The first territory was the hardest to take. I fear, Genoa, that you have messed with the wrong person. Yes. Let's go and take Provence. I really would like to attack his forces here. So we're going to reinforce in Provence, and then we're going to attack his army. That will raise our war score quite a bit. Hopefully weaken him so someone else can do the dirty work. Take our 30,000 troops. And we'll put our best generals at the head of this army. Oh, Math! Hello! I remember putting you in our my tutelage. Under my tutelage. Ah, looks like I'm losing quite a few men to attrition, but this shall be worth it. Let's see. The Battle of Luna. We won that just immediately. Let's lay siege. There is an old hermit somewhere in the back country of Gwent who is said to possess great wisdom as well as razor-sharp wit. Some claim he once served in the clergy. Others say he was a mercenary captain who decided to put down his arms for good. Whatever his past, many seek him out for counsel. With you, I shall find this hermit. And we have a child, my kinswoman, who lacks a guardian. Another great-granddaughter. Esselft will take over. And is Esselft married? She is not. How old is she? 18? Alright, she needs to be married. I have no men to marry her with. That is surprising. So we will have to invite a noble to our court. Oh, our court is so big. Sephirus. Oh, yes, you know, we're not going to marry her to an imbecile. Where did they find him? We sent the gold and they chose the dumbest son. A 37-year-old, but he's quick. Alright, you'll do. Esselft, you are now going to be married. And I hope you have quick children. We will continue to assault Genoa's holdings. With the mule as your only company, you depart for the Hermit's Cave. The journey is long, and the roads, where they exist at all, are in poor condition. Finally, after reaching the end of a narrow mountain path, you come upon the cave. A ragged piece of cloth is all that shields the entrance from the outside elements. Old man, show yourself. The cloth parts slightly to reveal the face of a gnarled old man. He regards you in silence for a moment with his beady eyes, then disappears behind the cloth again. No solicitors, he shouts. I have traveled far, old man. I will not be denied. You push the curtain aside and enter the dark cave. Deep inside, you find the hermit, seated on a cushion in flickering candlelight. He seems to be in some kind of trance at first, but then he opens an eye and looks at you with mild annoyance. I thought I said... Oh, spit it out then. What do you want? I hope to share in your wisdom. May I stay? After much badgering, the old man finally relents and permits you to stay for a few days. You observe him carefully and learn as much as you can. In the end, his wisdom seems limited to an endless stream of platitudes and maxims. You have memorized many, and at least they will make you seem more learned in the eyes of others. Semper ubi sub ubi ubique. Great. Alright. This Genoese war has come to a conclusion. We have trounced their forces. Enforce demands. Now take the gold. Very good, very good. Okay. So now it's only a matter of getting these troops home. Remember to move those. I am happy. Look at this trade zone. And Genoa's trade empire has been diminished, if only a little. Oh, and we have another child. My kinsman, who is humble. I haven't trained a martial character in a while, so I'm going to send him to Mifansui. And with my stewardship up, now I can have a domain size of 6, which is great, but, you know, I gave that territory away, so. Let's see, what do we have here? Is my retinue here? Yes, it is. Wait, retinue of King Goranwi? Interesting. I should probably just send these men across France and disband there. And we'll disband this Welsh fleet. Yeah, the vassal levies raised too long. Penalty is not too high at the moment. My retinue is at 13,000. Cadwathan Gwynthig died a natural death. My brother. Look at my nephew, 54. I'm very long-lived. Oh, look at this. Look at this. France has fractured. It might be time to retake some of our lands. Conduct diplomacy. Yes, it is a war. Duke Guichard, the first of Valois' war for France. So, I will be declaring war on. Look at this. I wish I had. I might create the Kingdom of Portugal, just so we can take Algarve. I've been waiting for this moment. We can regain the territories of Aquitaine, lost in our zeal for Castile. We cannot declare war if we have raised army levies. Very good. Alright, let us fight a war to regain our territories in France. The peasants have revolted in Massat. They should be able to handle it. We'll give them their troops back. Okay, so let's drop that. Our retinue is 16,000 of 1850, so yes. I'm very happy. Okay, so if we have a claim Aquitaine, what is going on here? Oh! Unfortunately, we have lost the Duchy of Aquitaine years ago. Do we have a family member? Yes, a kinsman. Oh, good. Okay. The Gwenthigs will be back on the Duchy of Aquitaine. Let's see if we have any other. No, I don't think we do. Orléans? A claim of Castillon? No. Okay, well, let's just focus on reinstituting Gunther rule on the Duchy of Aquitaine. Who is this? Duke Boson of Asturias. No. We'll start with this. Very good, very good. Elisith. Oh, it looks like we're going to run into some French forces. Ah, but they are not interested in us yet. So we need to speed this up. Take a chunk out of the French territories while we can. Oh, my king has died. So be it. Okay. So now we will appoint a chaplain. Let's see. How does the Pope feel about me? He doesn't hate me as much as he hated my father, which is good. So we'll continue to improve religious relations. And we need a new spy master. Edvard, no. Well, he's the best. So what happens if we give him a title? And we send him a gift. Very good. We have unlanded sons. It looks like Iago will... I'll give him Glamorgan, since that seems to be what I do with all of my characters. Boy, he's 31 already. Oh yes, I forgot. I'm a possessed character. So let's give our son Glamorgan. Okay. We'll appoint a new chancellor and a new steward. We'll have him research economic technology, and we will have research military. We'll have Tudor research military technology, and we still have this battle to fight. Okay. Let's get to it. I was wondering if he owned both territories, but it does not look like that is the case. It does look like there is a castle here that is part of the Duchy of Orléans, so if they are at war, we will definitely try to take this, the barony of Castillon from him. What kind of levies do you have? 715. It's not enough. Okay, so still have the Unlanded Sons, Prince Goranwi, 14 wheat claims. Alright. Awesome. It's immediately the Pope will like us a little bit more, so hopefully we don't get excommunicated. Let's see what our military is down to. 46,000, still respectable. We can afford another retinue if we want. So that's very good. So I would like to assault. I don't want to lose too many men. A fort level 7.5. These troops will regenerate, and it doesn't look like we are losing too many of them, so it's of the utmost importance that we keep this going as quickly as possible. Or get this over with as quickly as possible. before someone gets either captured or the French gain a huge victory. There we go. 100%. Offer peace. Yes! We have now restored the lands that we had previously, except for Forêt, but that is not... I'm not worried about that. Very good. Okay, and then we look at England and see what's going on there. It's still Matthew, but I'm looking forward to taking more territory from whichever ruler ends up sitting the throne of England. It's 93% in favor of King Edward II of Scotland, so that is going to end very soon. Casnar Gwynthig died. Oh. Princess Beatrix of France. Let's see. Do I have anyone to arrange a marriage with? Tudwir. I'll make it... No, that doesn't matter. Alright, Princess Heleth of Denmark is now of legal age. My half-sister. I might wait and let the game, the AI, offer an alliance. Let's see what the Golden Horde is up to while I have it zoomed out that far. Truce with High Chief Bala of Turov. War to revoke Tumen. Okay, so they're revoking titles now. The Ilkhanate, Chief Masud of Aden. Mongol invasion of Arabia. Ah, it looks like they've wrapped around. Wow. I wonder if the Fatimids are going to be able to, or Egypt is going to be able to do anything. Why is that not the Caliphate? I don't know. It looks like the Byzantines have reformed, or things have settled down, I should say. And in Jerusalem, we'll look and see what they're doing. Okay, anyways. And we still have to go to war with Navarra. Well, they should be happy that we have not been pressing our interests there. Ah, yes. King Dugald of England, and we have no truce. So, we can declare war yet again. But it looks like our Hereford claim is gone. Or, it's just not, we're not able to press it at the moment. Claimants to Hereford. Robert. Here we go. Cadfan will not accept our invitation to court. He is in Castile. And what if I educate him? Will he accept that? I don't think I can. Oh, okay, he's not old enough. Well, we do have Hereford. Maybe we'll take Gloucester. Do we have anybody who has a claim on Lancaster? No, we do not. I thought we had someone with Northumberland. Yes, Tangwhistle. Was she ever married? Ah, to Sigrid Bryson. We claim on the Duchy of Northumberland and the Duchy of Gloucester. I would press the Northumberland claim before anything else. It would require a regency, and it would require me to kill a lot of people. What about York? Any claimants? No. I thought at one point we were trying to, but that did not pan out. And Norfolk? Nope. Okay. So it looks like we're going to have to wait a little bit of time for us to be able to attack England. So we will most likely focus our attention on Navarra, because we can flesh out our territories here. Take Toledo and Cuenca. And we do have some territories that are odd here. The county of... Who is this? You are in my realm, but I just would like to know what this shield is. Maybe I need to transfer the barony. City or bishopric to him. It'll probably tell me right here. No. I don't know what this shield is. Barony of Jarnac, city of Angoulême, and the bishopric of Bassac. Yep, that's underneath the county. Yep, that's underneath the county. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but... And this is the barony of Castillon, and the duchy of Orléans is the one that has it. So we might attack just for that castle. It would be nice if I had other claims for to these territories. Let's see what we have. County of... wow, I can't. I'm just not going to try. Yeah, we don't have any of the Duchy of Provence, but let's see. Bishop of Bassac. And we're not de jure ruler of that, so we're not going to try to press it. Alright, let's move time forward. For now, that's all that we're going to get. Well, again, I could create Portugal and push for Algarve. I really hope that there are more wars than just mine. Defending against Duke Julian of Seville. The Sevillian War. Oh, it looks like they did. It looks like the HRE took some land. Prince Dristal of Wales. Look at that diplomacy score. I will arrange a marriage for you. Haleth. No, wait, that's my half sister and my son. No, wasn't there someone here who had a good? Oh, the Princess of Denmark. Who's? Let's see, my dad. His dad is me and Queen Aif. And I have a half sister. His father was Goranwi, and mother. That I don't even know why I'm considering that. Okay. Anyway, if we arrange a marriage to, you know, who was the one that I could not get? That was my daughter, probably, or it was over here. Oh, we're gonna get quite a few daughters, half-sisters. Okay. France is fractured at the moment. How about we try to court the Byzantines for a marriage alliance? Heir is Prince Porphyrios. Let's see if he'll take a betrothal to one of my sons, Tristan. Yes, he will. Well, good. That will help if the Mongols start to ruffle any feathers or attack me. What if we trade children? Oh, he's an imbecile. Wow. I don't want anyone who is an imbecile marrying one of my daughters. Let's see. Can we get into a marriage alliance with Hungary? Oh, it looks like they are all taken up. Looks like Finland is... they're fighting a war for the claim on Rus. Where is... They're attacking Volga, Bulgaria again. I wish I could get some intel on what's going on over there. Looks like Hungary has really made out on this, you know, with having them not attack them any further, focusing their attention here. I would have expected them to make it through and break through, but they're not having much... What? It looks like there was an inheritance here. I did not notice that Zaragoza has become part of our territory. It just gets better and better, doesn't it? Alright. Very good, very good. Keep intermarrying. How is this war going for France? Look at it. What I had been waiting for a long time. 41% in favor of Prince Guichard of France. So... not very much time to capitalize on this. I would like to take Algarve from them. That would require me to create another kingdom title. Oh, I do not have the piety to do so. That's okay. 200 piety. Alright, my liege, my mission to Rome has so far been a success. Like me even more. Well, that's good. And a daughter was born to Sigurd Bryson and Tengwhistle. Finally. Well, he doesn't have anything that I want, so... Oh, I put them together for diplomatic skills, but he became infirm. So, I hope that passed on before he was infirm. I don't know if it exactly works that way. But France seems to have reformed a little bit in the south. So our time is running out. Prince Tristan of Wales claims that he would be a better chancellor than Count Odon. Would you? Oh, it's almost without a doubt he would be. I'm going to give him up. There's no way he can get it up to that level. I will allow you, son. Oh, you know what? When they can marry, well, she's gonna be here. Okay, yeah, I will let him. Sorry, Count Odon. And I will have to put him to work. Okay, and just like that, we will seal our marriage alliance. So what's going on with England? Looks like York is up. Matthew of Gloucester has asserted himself. So, I'm going to grab some fleets. I'm just gonna do it this way. We need almost 200. That's enough. Did I already send? Yes, okay. Good, good. And we're going to surprise England. I hope that they've softened up their troops there, because our army is coming. Let's see. Marrakesh has usurped the title County of Marrakesh from Baron Sinfelin of El Anakir. Ah, what is this? Now there's a claim for Prince Paul. Too bad they're not going to be able to take it. Oh, it looks like I can't usurp... I can usurp Aragon after I move my troops over. Okay, so I can't usurp Gloucester right now. It would have been a good time to attack. Do I have Gloucester on this list? No. Okay. But we can usurp Aragon. So, you're going to have to watch me do this again. But... now I'm going to retake our retinue across the ocean. What about you? Okay. Push our claim for Aragon. That should not be too difficult at all. Ah, call to arms from John de Manville. Who is he? Duke of Northumberland. And why is he my ally? John's sister Cecilia's brother-in-law? I don't even know. I don't even know who that is. War for Count Gregory's claim on England. I'm going to decline. I want to take land in England, not help others take land. Okay, let's create the Duchy of Aragon. And I believe I only have 2 duchies, so that's fine. Let's press our claim. Or offer vassalization. Alright, he doesn't want vassalization. The Emir of Badajoz will not be able to protect you. Declare war. And we'll take care of those rebels on the way. Speed things up. Don't have much time here. This episode is coming to a close. While they're moving, let me make sure that I put someone in charge. Wellerin, you don't like me very much, so I hope you die. In service to your liege. Okay. Yes, this is gonna be a cakewalk. Well, I shouldn't have said that. But these troops replenish over time. Thank you very much. I accept your surrender. And I accept that you become a part of my kingdom. Well, that's it. We restored our place in Wales, and we're just waiting a little while longer for the chance to attack England for Hereford. Could I declare war on Hereford? That would just be for the one. Okay, I'll do some more research. If you have gotten this far, feel free to like and subscribe, if you please. I definitely do appreciate you taking out the time to watch my videos. And I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.